Hello, the slash. I'm just testing. Hello, Joseph. I'm just testing the quality on the stream here. Probably sucks, but let me see. Started very laggy. Well, actually, not that bad. You got a link? Did you do like a video for it? I need to get a haircut, man. This thing is way too big. Let me check it out. Yes, I'm gonna do gameplay later today. I noticed that I don't know why, but it seems to me that you're only receiving the lives from like the cell phone notification, because I've been doing a lot of lives. Tonight, I'm probably gonna do Mafia 2. Mafia 2. Which is a game that I'm trying to like, but it's been very difficult to like that game. Lohani Silva, why did you write in Korean if you are Brazilian? Probably. Are you Brazilian, Loreni? Lohani? Brasileira? Brasileiras e brasileiros. Brazilians. So funny. In Brazil, there's like this thing that young girls, they like. See? Oi, tudo bom? Falo português. But yeah, there's a thing that like with I'm pretty sure it happens in America too. Like the Brazilian, especially the Brazilian girls, like 20 and younger, they love Korean pop. They love Korean pop. Português, Pedrinho, português. Sou brasileiro, cara. Apesar de morar nos Estados Unidos, eu tô no Brasil agora, and I do speak Portuguese and English. So yeah, it's Portuguese and English, both languages. And I'm seeing here there's a lot of Brazilians joining the stream. So se você é brasileiro, se inscreva, deixa o like, vai ver meu canal, eu faço live de videogame, eu faço cosplay. So yeah, welcome to the channel. It's just the quality of I have a fan on, the quality of the internet just sucks. I used to do Muay Thai. I did Muay Thai for a couple of months. I never graduated, but I did Muay Thai for a couple of months. And I'm very tall, which was an advantage. But yeah, never graduated. So Joseph, I was checking out that link that you sent me. Is that like a GTA 6 video? Was it like a GTA 6? Welcome to the stream, guys. Make sure you follow me. Again, I go by Tommy Vice, I do cosplay, gameplay. Falo português também, se você for brasileiro. Nasci no Brasil, mas moro nos Estados Unidos e agora eu tô no Brasil aqui, vim passar um tempo em Natal. Hello, Andrew, how are you, man? Somebody has to work, right? That's what I say. Somebody has to work. talking about work, let me share with you my worst jobs in the United States, starting by number one, which was McDonald's. My first work in the United States was as a janitor overnight in a McDonald's. The thing is, the dining room would close at 11 p.m., but the rest, like the kitchen, would stay open 24/7. So I would clean the bathrooms, I would clean the floors, and I actually walked out from that job. And let me tell you why. So one night I was cleaning the damn floors in the kitchen, and I had just finished mopping the whole kitchen. And again, kitchen's 24/7. The guys were still cooking and stuff. Then somebody just drops a full bucket of grease on the floor. A full bucket of grease on the floor. I simply left my bucket, my mopping bucket, on the corner. I go and I clocked out. I'm not gonna take that type of disrespect, man. That's just disrespectful. Like, people would not care for your job. I would clean the bathrooms, and mind you, the restroom was closed for the public, so there's only staff inside. I had just finished the bathroom cleaning. One of my coworkers would go into the bathroom, and he would like put like paper, toilet paper all over. You know, that job sucked. That was one of the worst jobs I ever had. Was a janitor in McDonald's, 100%. Let me tell you about another walkout. It was a steel factory. So I walk into this steel factory, and there's just like smog, like there's a black cloud inside the factory, man. There's like a black fog that just takes the whole factory. They don't give me any masks. I don't have anything, so I'm just breathing that thing. Seriously, I wish I could record that scene. It was just a black fog all over the factory. It was supposed to be a 12-hour shift. Like, in 4 hours, I was done. I was done with that thing. It was like 14 hours, $14 per hour. That was a couple of years ago. And again, nothing. And America is very good at having no, how can I explain, regulations, right? It's very deregulated. So again, I was working at a steel factory with this black smoke all over the factory. They didn't provide you like a mask or something. So you like just be breathing that black smoke throughout your shift. Anyways, I only last 4 hours from the 12-hour shift I was supposed to do. Let me see another crappy job. Another crappy job I had was a psychiatric hospital. I was working in the kitchen. The title of the job was like dietary aid. So I was supposed to like, I wouldn't cook. I was just supposed to like pass the food to the different like departments of the psychiatric hospital. But on top of that, which I didn't know, I was supposed to hand wash the dishes. And mind you, again, I'm 6'5", 6'4", so I'm very tall, and the sink was extremely low. So my back was terrible. I only lasted in that job for like a couple of days. I couldn't do it. It was like $13 an hour, and it was just, and but yeah. Let me tell you about the good jobs now. The good jobs I had. One job that I really liked was working at Goodwill. Goodwill, it's how can I explain to the people that are not from the United States? It's like a nonprofit organization who takes donations of everything like clothing, utensils, decoration, and they have a store where they resell those items. And I would work receiving the donations and also pricing the donations, which was also cool. So I loved that job, even though I got paid like crap. It was like $10 an hour back in 2020. but I love that job. I quit because you didn't have help, and when I went to my manager asking for a raise, I was of course was told no. And then I just like, okay, then I'm not gonna be working for two people while you guys can't hire no one because you guys can't pay for anything. So, but again, I like that job. It just became too much because, like I said, people were just leaving and nobody would be hired. Um, Let me see another job I had, which I still have, is delivering food, man. Delivering food is good. Except the part where you have to wait for the food to be prepared, right? Especially in fast food places. Like the waiting is the worst part in delivering food. But delivering food is much better than driving passengers because food doesn't complain about your music. The food doesn't complain if your AC is too cold or too hot, right? The food is just there. And thank God I still live in a place where people tip. And some of the people tip well, right? Because in bigger cities like New York, Miami, Los Angeles, people lost the tipping culture, right? And if you don't receive tips in America, driving, like delivering food, you don't make any money. So thank God I still live in a place where people tip. So it makes the delivery enjoyable. So that's one of the things. Hi, sítio da família. I'm Brazilian too. Eu sou brasileiro também. But yeah, let's go back to the jobs I had in America. What are the jobs I had? Let me see. Oh yeah, I work in a call center from a nonprofit. It was called the 211. You guys know, like there's like the 911. It was the 211. It's a line where people would call looking for help. So if they want to find like a food pantry that is open that day, I would be able to like tell them like, okay, there's this food pantry, there's that food pantry. But it was a very good paying job. My manager loved me. She was dumb, but she loved me. And they paid me really well. But it became very unfulfilling. I stayed in that job for almost 3 years. It was the longest I stayed in a job in the United States. So I stayed in that job for 3 years, but then it became very unfulfilling because people would be like calling us looking for help to pay their utilities. And even though I had places to offer them, like call this place, call that place, usually the callers already knew those places. So a lot of times I was stuck with a person needing help that I couldn't help. So it became very unfulfilling despite making a lot of money. I was making, and I can tell you guys, I was making $24 an hour. And that was a couple of years ago. $24 an hour to receive phone calls. But yeah, it just became very unfulfilling and stuff. And now, hola Marco Andrés Ibarrola, ¿cómo te va? También hablo español un poquito. But yeah, welcome, bienvenidos live. But yeah, that was one of the jobs I enjoyed the most. It just became very unfulfilling. Let me see what else I did. Oh yeah, this is the job I do now. It's caregiving, which is a very tough job. It's a very tough job because I work with people that have memory issues, dementia, Alzheimer's and stuff. And I do overnights. So it can be really stressful. There's something called the sundowners. So it's people that they just lose their minds when it's nighttime, right? People that have memory issues, usually they can be very confused once it becomes nighttime. And just before I got here, just before I got into this vacation, I had one of my clients, he was just pacing. He paced for like 3 hours, up and down. A guy almost like 60 years old. He was just pacing up and down the facility. He ended up falling and he got a huge cut in the back of his head. So like there was blood all over the floor. Again, it's a very fulfilling job because I feel like I can actually help people, which is what I like. It's helping people. That's the yeah. Well, ended up that the guy had like a urinary infection. They found that out in the hospital because they were running some exams on him, and they found out that he had like a urinary traction problem. But yeah, so there's a lot of puke, there's a lot of poop, there's a lot of pee, there's a lot of pee in that job. This guy that I was just telling you guys about that walks up and down there, he pees all over, man. He pees all over. Like there's like literally potholes of pee everywhere. But again, it's at least it's a more fulfilling job. Let me see if I can think of another job I had. I had so many jobs, man. There's another job I'm missing. What's the job I'm missing? Oh yeah, I work in this place, which was like how can I explain to you guys? It was an all-female house, so all the clients were girls that they had drug or alcohol problems, and they were sentenced by the courts and whatever, and they were still under the supervision of the Department of Corrections. So let's say a girl served like 1 year because of a drug charge, but then she would have to go to this house where I used to work for like 3 months to get sober before being released back to the public. I liked that job, but the thing is, since I was a guy, whenever we had to do like drug tests, of course, I wouldn't go into the bathroom with them, so they could just tamper with, you know. So what's the point of having a guy working there, where can they just tamper with their drug tests? Makes no sense, right? And there was so much, and you guys know, people that have drug problems, they tend to be very, they try to manipulate you. They like manipulation, right? So there was a lot of lies, and I hate lies. Like Tony Montana says, I always tell the truth, even when I lie. I hate lies. And there was so much lies from those clients that I got fed up with so much lies. Let me tell one of the stories that involves a lie. So this girl, they could leave the house, you know, like for scheduled whatever stuff. So they would go to Walmart and they would bring back a Walmart shopping cart to the house. And they would just leave their shopping cart from Walmart in front of the house. Imagine the neighbors, man. So the neighbors complained to the manager of the thing. And they told me like, okay, if you see the shopping cart, try to find out who did it and, you know, try to correct the behavior from whoever did that. So, okay, so one day I got to this place where I used to work, and most of the girls, they were up by the porch in front of the house smoking cigarettes. All of them smoke. So I'm like, girls, do you guys know anything about the shopping cart, the Walmart shopping cart in the front here? And they all told me, oh, it was whatever her name was. Let's say her name was Susie. It was Susie. Susie was still sleeping when I asked the girls. So, okay, so I'll wait until Susie wakes up. Susie wakes up, goes to smoke a cigarette in the front with the other girls. And I'm like, girls, already knowing that was her, I asked again, girls, do you guys know anything about this Walmart shopping cart here? No, we don't know anything about it. Okay. And then I was like, okay, if nobody's gonna, you know, how can I say, take the responsibility for bringing the Walmart cart, I'm gonna put the whole house in lockdown. You guys are not gonna be able to leave for a day. And I had the power to do that. I was almost like a correctional officer, almost. So I told them like, okay, I'm gonna put the whole house in lockdown. You guys are not gonna leave. So then the girl, Susie, who was the culprit, says, well, if that's the case, I can take the guilt. I'm like, okay. So what you're gonna do now, you're gonna bring that car back to Walmart. And please don't do that again because management it's already, mad with that type of stuff because the neighbors keep seeing that stuff and it's not good for the company. So anyways, there was a lot of lies in that job and they were always trying to manipulate you. And again, being a guy, it just sucked. Because one of the things they had to do when they, would come back from the streets, they would have to do a shakedown. They would have to like pull their bras like this to show me that nothing was like hidden with them. I also had to go through their backpacks. So it was just too much lies, too much manipulation, but I enjoyed that job. If it was a male house, I would probably have enjoyed it even more. But again, being an all female house, it just made everything much more difficult, especially with the drug tests. Let me see if I can think of another job I had. Thank God I never worked in a Walmart. I heard that working in Walmart sucks. I tried applying for Walmart a couple of times, but they were so disorganized that I thank them to this day for being so disorganized. Because again, I applied a couple of times for Walmart. The manager would call me. He would be like, try. It was just very disorganized. It was very disorganized. They wouldn't offer like, how can I say, guaranteed all hours, and the schedules would be all crazy and stuff. So thank God I never got into Walmart. What else we have? Oh yeah, I work in a plant that would make how can I say, the like can like say the cans for products, like not the cans but like the labels. They would make the labels for products. And working in a factory, man, I applaud you guys that work in a factory because working in a factory is so draining. It's something that is it's very soul draining. That place used to be 12-hour shifts, and some days you would like work days, and some days you would work nights. So my sleeping schedule was all messed up, but it was good money. Oh yeah, thank you, Luis in Games, for watching the shorts. Oh yeah, guys, whoever is here in the live that doesn't know me, I go by Tommy Vice. I do cosplay, gameplay. Make sure you watch my shorts. Those are my pride and joy. I think that those are my best videos, my shorts. But yeah, and again, subscribe, leave that thumbs up. You can also speak Portuguese, man. That's fine by me. Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, French, Japanese. I wouldn't understand, but anything else I can try to understand. Let me see if I have any other job that I haven't listed. But yeah, working in a factory, man, especially in those, I think it's called swing shifts, where you work one week during the day and the other week you work during the night. It's just too much for my head, man. Yes, I'm basically Luis Figo, but I'm a better looking Luis Figo, right? I'm gonna try to get a Portugal jersey so I can do a Luis Figo game cosplay. Now, sometimes I try my hand a little bit at imitating Claude, just a little bit. I put my leather jacket, but that's the only guy I kind of. But Tommy is my favorite character, so I wouldn't be able to cosplay. What's his name from San Andreas? Gosh, I forgot his name. What's his name? The guy from San Andreas. See, that's CJ. I wouldn't be able to play CJ. Oh, Dayton is here. Welcome, welcome, Dayton. Dayton has some very good food review videos in his channel. But yeah, guys, Tommy is my favorite. But I'm still gonna get a Portugal jersey, and I'm gonna do a Luis Figo video just for you guys. So Boca Junior and Yassar, which is the other guy who keeps calling me Luis Figo, it's for you guys. And it's funny because I have Portuguese ancestry, so I might, who knows, me and Luis Figo, we might have a distant cousin somewhere. This is Brazil. Aqui também é Brasil. Aqui é Brasil. Yes, I'm Brazilian, and I'm actually in Brazil right now. I'm in Natal, Rio Grande do Norte. Yes, so Portuguese, it's very close to, everybody's showing up. S&D world, look at that. Portuguese is very similar to Spanish, but Portuguese is much more difficult. Much more difficult. And there's something interesting about those two languages. People who their first language is Spanish, they barely can understand Portuguese. But Portuguese speakers can understand pretty much everything in Spanish. So that's one funny fact about Portuguese and Spanish. Again, Portuguese speakers, they can understand pretty well Spanish, but Spanish speakers can understand Portuguese that well. But yeah, it's similar. Thank God I still have a hairline, man. But from what year are you guys talking about? What year was Luis Figo? Like his late career, like you say, like early 2000s? Real Madrid. No, that was late 90s, right? That's when he was playing Real Madrid, I think. It's late 90s. How old is Luis Figo now? Speaking about that, he's probably like 50 years old. Luis Figo. Luis Figo is 51 years old. When did let me see. When did Luis Figo retire? Doesn't say when. Oh, he retired in 2009. Okay. But yeah, I will try to get a Portugal jersey so I can do a Luis Figo cosplay. But yeah, guys, I don't think I have anything else to talk about. I'm gonna do some videos cooking, some Brazilian dishes, and I'm also gonna play Mafia 2 in a couple hours. Okay, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, leave that thumbs up, and go watch my shorts. Okay, wash my shorts. No, it's watch my shorts. You guys have a great day. Thank you for tuning in, and I see you guys later. Thank you so much. I don't know if I will be able to watch that, but I'm Botafogo, man. Botafogo is gonna be champion of the South America Champions League. If you can look it up, Botafogo. That's the. I used to play basketball in that club when I was a teenager, so I am Botafogo. Hi, Luminary Cipher. Is that it? Okay. Welcome to the stream. I'm just ending the stream, but welcome. Make sure you watch my shorts, my lives. I will see you guys later. Okay. Yes, you can have this shirt. Let me take it off for you right now and mail it to you, wherever in the world you are. Thank you, guys. See ya. Peace.